Hi, it's me, Lindsay Keeley with PAWsitive Choices. And in this video, we get to talk about how you can draw a picture of being persistent. Now, being persistent is just one of the 6 positive choices that you can make to make your brain stronger. Now, there are a lot of choices you can make that help make your brain stronger, but we have several here like be safe, be kind, be responsible, be persistent, listen and think, and follow directions. So today we're going to be drawing be persistent. And what does this look like when you're at school? So I'm going to share my screen so you can see what it looks like to draw a goal of being persistent. All right, here's a picture of my goal setting form. I'm going to start by putting my name at the top. It's important to put the date. And now, because we're drawing be persistent, we're going to circle, pug, being persistent. So that was step number 1. Step number 2, it says make a plan. What can help you meet your goal? So in addition to deciding, I want to be persistent, we want to come up with a game plan because what if it's difficult to be persistent? How can we really make sure that we meet that goal? So first, we're going to draw a picture of what it will look and sound like to be persistent. In this video, we're drawing a picture of what it looks like to be persistent when you're working at your table in the classroom. So here's an example of how you draw a person who is sitting at their desk. So I'm going to start with the circle. This is the face, and this is a person who is sitting. You're going to get a profile, so you're only seeing half their face. So I'm going to do eyes, a smiley face. Now, when sometimes someone's persistent, they're so focused they have their tongue out. They're like really focusing in. So sometimes I draw the tongue sticking out. Now I'm going to draw the body. Again, this is just a stick figure, making it easy. I'm going to do a line. That's the thigh. And now I'm going to go down. That's the foot. Now I'm going to do the back of the chair. So here's that little rectangle that makes the back of the chair. Sideways rectangle that makes like the seat. And a couple of lines, and that's like the leg of the chair. Now we're going to draw this person's arm going forward. Another arm can either just be out, or you can draw a picture of them holding a pencil. A pencil is like a long line, and then there's some jagged lines here. That's like for part of the pencil. Another line that makes the eraser, and then you can put their hand on it. Now we have our person sitting. We want to draw their desk. So I'm just going to draw a line going up this way. That's the top of the desk. Here's some lines. Those are like the legs of the desk. And I'm going to put a piece of paper that the pencil is drawing on. So this says, my goal is to. Now for this person, their goal, and if this is yours, is to work at my desk. So if you know that being persistent is it's going to be helpful for you to be persistent if you're sitting at your desk, then draw a picture of that. It's helpful to write labels. So I'm going to write ME for me. So I know this is me. You could even write a picture of maybe you need to be persistent with your writing work. So that's getting even more specific, more labeled. Now, I mentioned before that we want to have our goal and we want to think about what can help you meet your goal. So I'm going to draw a picture of what it looks like when you want to say, ask for help. So let's say you're working at your desk, okay? And then you realize, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I should do for the next step of my writing. So what you can do is, if you ever don't know, a great way, well, first of all, you have to see what does your teacher want you to do. But a lot of teachers, what they want is they want students to quietly wait. So this is a picture of someone with a closed mouth. They're smiling. An open mouth looks like this. That's like if someone's going to be talking. But a lot of times teachers would actually not want everyone to be talking at once. So I drew a closed mouth, like you're waiting. Here's the lines for part of the body. Here's that desk again that the person was working at. And here's a picture of someone raising their hand for help. And it could almost be like they're waving it. Again, you're going to label yourself. You're going to put me. And then you're going to draw a picture of your teacher, whoever it is, or if maybe it's a student teacher or a different person in your classroom that you raise your hand to ask for help for. So my mom is a teacher. She's a second grade teacher. She works in Florida, and I'm going to draw a picture of her in the classroom, like she's talking to her students, like she's helping them. So here she is. She is smiling, and she has bangs. So I'm just having her hair go like that. And now here's a picture of her hair. And she's saying, yes, question mark. And that's her speech bubble. It's like she's saying, yes, how can I help you? So this is just one example of how you can be persistent by working at your desk and then raising your hand to ask for help. Now, you might be thinking, why does it matter to work at my desk? Why should I raise my hand? Well, one of the reasons why it matters is because when you're in a classroom and you have a lot of other friends or learners, it really helps when everyone's in their own space. And if everyone got up and ran to the teacher to ask a question, that might be kind of distracting, right? It might get loud. You might start to bump into one another. So being persistent by working in your space and raising your hand or having a special way to ask your teacher for help are two things that you can do to make your brain even stronger by being persistent. Thank you so much for watching. I will make more goal setting and drawing videos, so be sure to check those out, and I will talk to you later. Thanks.